right, fire away.
What's going through your mind right now after that one?
A good win, but this team is so confident right now. This is what we visualized the entire week. I know a lot's made because they're a tremendous football team. We got a lot of respect for them. We're a tremendous football team as well, and this team's playing as well as I hoped we'd be playing right here in early December. Like I told our guys that we didn't win a division championship today. We didn't win a conference. We just won a game in early December, and we still got a long ways to go. And we got Cleveland coming in our house next week, and we want to keep the momentum rolling. So I think we've got the right mindset right now to handle this victory and be ready to move on next week to Cleveland.
Zach, the rivalry is defined by two great quarterbacks, but Jermaine Pratt makes that
Yeah.
play, and then Joseph Asai trips up Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
Talk about those two.
Well, the Jermaine play, that's just what Jermaine's all about. If there's a guy who's scratching and clawing to get turnovers, just like he won us the game against Minnesota last year in Week 1, doing the same thing, finding a way, sticking with it. That's what we appreciate about Jermaine. Jermaine's playing some outstanding football right now. That's not shocking. And for Joseph Osai, the hustle play of the century right there. I mean, he was on the ground, got up, chasing back down, I think, and found a way to get that stop, leading to the missed field goal. And so that was two great plays by those two guys.
What do you make of Joe Burrow's performance today?
Awesome, but you got to start with the offensive line first. They gave him a lot of time to be able to get a chance to find those guys open and make the plays with his feet, with his arm. But I thought our offensive line played their tails off, man. They that's a really good front. They did a good job holding them at bay. They did a great job getting us started in the run game. And Joe does what Joe does. He had about 25 or 31 or 32, whatever it was. And just when we need somebody to step up, Joe's the guy that does it.
You feel like he's playing at like an MVP caliber role?
Absolutely. He's playing at the level we need for him to lead us to be confident that we can go win every game we play. So whatever those conversations are like, there's no doubt. I've said it before. I wouldn't trade him for anybody in the world.
What's your reaction to Jamar's performance after 4 weeks missing? Some of the things he did physically, leaping over guys.
Yeah.
What's your reaction to
He
that?
obviously is feeling pretty good, I would imagine. You'd have to ask him that. But that's really what we saw in practice. Since he's gotten back, I've kind of been surprised at how he looks the same as when he left. I even felt that at some reps last week, just watching him do routes on air before the Tennessee game. I knew the wise thing to do was communicate with him and keep him out. But watching him move, I'm like, oh, man, if he comes to me and says, I'm definitely playing this game, I might have a couple plays ready for him. But he's just a freak.
When this offensive line was put together in March,
Yeah.
the type of performances you envision Joe
Yeah.
being clean, being able to.
Sure. Yep. Giving him time to do what he does and get us going in the run game as well. They're just so smart. The group they're tough, they're smart, and they love football. And those are the three things I think you want to describe your offensive lineman as: is smart, tough, and eat, sleep, and breathe football. And that's what we got.
How perfect did you think that play Joseph Osai sat there on third down was for the whole outcome of the game?
It was big.
From your vantage point, like what do you feel like this game came down to for you guys?
Well, it's a 3-point game, and if Patrick scrambles for that first down, just never know because they're always one play away. I got a ton of confidence in our defense, but let's be real. The Chiefs he's a great player. They're one play away, and you don't know how much time's going to left on the clock. Maybe when they do kick a field goal, if that were to happen after that. So great play by them, and then I can't even remember what the other part of the question was. If there was something else.
What did you feel like from your vantage point on the sideline? I know you'll go through the film, but like, what did you feel like this game came down to at the end of it?
Our guys just made plays, and that's we just told our guys cut it loose. There's no fear of failure in this building. We want to go be aggressive, go make plays. This is the type of game you want to do that. Our guys are so poised, so confident, and I think what we're asking them to do and just their abilities, they're able to play fast and go make the plays that we need to win a game like this.
Coach, did they do anything?
Go ahead, Jeff. I'll get you next ball.
Did they do anything to make it a P Ryan game? Did they kind of dare you to use them?
No, they do a great job. We knew we were going to have to mix in some of those gun runs and under center runs, and he grinded out some really good runs for us. It was well blocked. Thought our tight ends did a good job too in the run game, and Joe has some decisions to make. It's Joe Burrow in the run game also, and he was decisive and gave us some good opportunities there to get those runs off the ground.
For the 3rd and 11 play, you guys a lot of time to talk about which one to do.
Yeah.
I mean, there were a lot of different directions you could have gone.
Yeah.
What was the choice in that play, and then putting the ball in Burrow's hands to try to
Well,
convert a 3rd and 11 there?
yeah, there you go. So That's really what it comes down to is giving ourselves an opportunity there. I think we changed the playing call probably 3 times. And ultimately, that's as simple as a play as it gets. It's let our outside guys go win a one-on-one slant route, and that's what they did. And so for T, I don't know how T came down with that ball. That ball, I think, was caught way further inside than I'm used to thinking. But again, Joe had to hold on to it for a while. So again, I can't wait to watch that clip on tape and see how they won us that game.
What are some of the other options there that you went away from, and I guess why?
Well, it's just we were hoping not to go backwards on second down, but it was a tricky spot there for Joe because there's 2:05 left in the fourth quarter, and so you're able to throw the ball as long as he eats up all 5 seconds. So Joe kind of gets put in a tough spot there because he knows we want to eat up all 5 and not give them a bonus timeout. But you also, so you're just mindful there. So he was looking to extend the play, making sure he ate up all 5 seconds, and then they got him. So that's just a situation that can be difficult to manage. Ultimately, he got us, secured the ball, 3rd and 11. We just let our receivers be in a position to go win some one-on-ones, and Joe found the right guy and made it work. Go ahead. I know
Zach,
you're on
the first 2 scoring drives of the first quarter, you guys went right down the middle, no sidelines, nothing like that. Did you see something in the Kansas City defense that opened up that middle?
No, I mean we try to make them cover the whole width of the field, and so we had things going on the perimeter that you got to be mindful of, I think, because of the talent we got at receiver. And again, that comes down to when you make a statement like that, you're going down the middle of the field. That's our offensive line. That's Samaje running downhill and making the most of those opportunities there.
On the 3rd and 11, you had us.
Next row.
On the 3rd and 11, it looked like you were trying to get Boyd lined up, or it looked like you guys were kind of scrambling.
No, it's again, I'm not a mind reader, so it's hard to know when Joe's using this cadence if he's forgotten to send a motion or he's just trying to get a tell on the defense. So there's a little stress and anxiety that comes from me sometimes when I'm not sure exactly if he's, but they were on top of it. They got it, and it worked out. Go ahead, Charlie.
There were moments last year where you spoke about maybe regret taking the ball out of Burrow's hands in key moments. How much has, not the math changed,
Can you start over? I'm sorry.
there were moments last year where you spoke about regret about taking the ball out of Burrow's hands in the big moments.
Yeah.
In a big moment in particular.
Yeah.
How much has changed? How much has Burrow shown that even if, maybe the math says run, give Burrow a chance to make a play?
Well, he's always shown us that since this first day of training camp, August 15th or whenever that was, a couple of years ago. I felt that for him forever. And as the coach, you got to be smart. It's not just because you got this great quarterback. It means you always throw the ball in some situations. You want to let the clock run sometimes and put them in a tough spot. So I thought we found some really good balance there, and I always trust Joe to make the right decision.
Never saw what Jamar did with the ball in his hands, but just his return,
Yeah.
his presence, what did that open up for you guys?
Everything, just because now you got, and no disrespect to anybody else, but you got, 2 of the premier receivers in all football outside with TB in the middle. And so that can stress the defense. They got to pay attention to that. That helps the run game. It really does, when they got to devote a little more coverage over there to Jamar and T, and so that really helps.
Does he get a pass on the penalty after a win?
Nobody gets a pass on a taunting penalty. It was I saw it. He apologized afterwards, and so we had 2 of those. That's uncharacteristic of our team, and we got to do a better job of controlling our emotions there.
Zach, you faced this team 3 times in the same calendar year, essentially, and each time you were touted as the underdog, they were touted as the favorite, the team to beat. Then you make the Super Bowl, come back here again, they're touted as the team to beat once again, and you beat them again. What does it say about your team that you've done this now 3 times against a team like that?
Yeah, we don't care what the narrative is. There's just too much confidence in our locker room that we have everything that we need to be successful and win every time we walk on the field. And so it just comes down to being dedicated to the week, the 6-day week, and putting in the right work to feeling confident when we walk on the field. I felt very confident when we walked on the field today. Our guys were ready for this opportunity. I felt like our fans were ready for this opportunity. I think I went to lunch yesterday and I filled up my gas tank today. And I've heard more beat the Chiefs, who they, I don't know, these people are coming out of windows and stuff, so you could just feel the excitement in the city. But again, it's December 4th and we still got a lot of football left to play. And so we got to do a great job of putting this one behind us and moving on to Cleveland.
Zach, you and Brian are very calculated with your decisions in the red zone, and you've had a lot of success this year. What did you see on the look on the decision to give it to Trent Taylor there?
it was a loaded front, and we tried the quarterback sneak. It was third and a full yard there. Didn't get it. You're leaving the defensive end unblocked, and so it's up to him to make that play. You're trying to block the perimeter. I think we did a great job blocking the perimeter. When the end is just going to jump the field and make the play, he's going to make the play. And so again, you're always going to feel like, oh man, bad play. No, that's the design of the play. And if that guy chooses to third and inches, fourth and inches to jet up the field, then they're going to make that play. Oftentimes they don't. They crash down, and so credit to them. Great play. But it's yeah, of course you want to regret not taking any points and walking away, losing some momentum before the half. But we did our research and felt good about those calls down there.
How about the way they responded? Not only to that, obviously coming out in the second half and scoring on your first possession,
Yeah.
and the Boyd drop as well. To respond, Tyler Boyd's drop, to respond
Yeah.
to that and continue to move the ball, and not let those.
Yeah, we don't. It's not every play is going to go your way. In a big game like that, they're going to make some plays, and you got to be able to weather the storm and just not let them run away with the momentum. TB's its own characteristic. We all know that. That's such a rare thing for him that we're just able to move on. It's when a guy never makes mistakes and something bad happens. We know that he's there to make that play for us every step of the way, and so we can always trust him. He made a huge third down play later in the fourth quarter there that really got us into scoring position. It was a critical play that TB stepped up and made there.
Game balls, Zach?
A lot of them. I'm sure the video will come out at some point, and it was a really good performance by all of our guys.
Osai has overcome a lot of adversity over the last few years. How impressive is his ability to do that?
Yeah, it's awesome. We're counting on guys like that to step up. Sam and Trey get a lot of attention. BJ, DJ. When Joseph can step up and give us a big energy boost like that was huge.
Zach, tough game, tough win last week. Steelers the week before. What makes this team good at sort of managing the emotions of the season?
They just understand what it's going to take to be successful over the course of the season, and not to live in the past with a victory or defeat from the week before. We just have such great veteran leadership that's really teaching these young guys how to be a pro so quickly, that I've got confidence that we're always going to manage the weeks the right way, and know that we just got to put our eyes on Sunday, put our best foot forward, quickly put it behind us and move on. I can't tell you how special that locker room is in that regard of just being able to move on so quickly and focus on the next game and not riding the highs and not riding the low. Everyone that was in here when we were 0-2, what's wrong? What's wrong? Nothing's wrong. It's the same team we expected to have, and these guys are just finding out a way to win in any way that the game plays out. We know that our team can play that style.
Any update on Hayden Hurst and how did you adjust with that situation?
Yeah, I think it was a calf, and he was out for the game. I don't know what the long-term prognosis is, but I'll find out more tomorrow.